everybody, and welcome. We're so excited to have you here. It's launch day. So, we're so happy to have everyone here. We have people joining us on Facebook and on YouTube. And let me get the comments up here. Oh, we already have our first comments. So, comments is so exciting. Oh, yeah, we're getting all kinds of comments now coming in. So, we're so happy to have everybody here today. We're so excited to be here with author Diane Billas and her second novel. This is your sophomore novel, so I know it's a little different from what you initially put out with Just Love Always Win, which did phenomenal, and we're so excited to have you back for Superficial. So how are you doing today?
Great. I'm having a great launch day. Thanks so much for having me.
Well, we're really excited. We're very proud to publish your book. It was a great book. It's gotten wonderful reviews, and we're so excited that you're here with us. If you are here on either YouTube or on Facebook, please put your comments or questions in, and we will get to your questions as we go along our way tonight. So the comments and the congratulations are coming in, and we're so excited, as well as you guys, for her. We want to talk about this fabulous book, Superficial. Now, we know that it is a bit different than Does Love Always Win? Because this one's a little more niche, like you had said to me earlier tonight, with it being a superhero book. Can you tell us a little bit about what made you want to write something more superhero and that niche versus your first book?
Yeah, so when I was querying Does Love Always Win, I was doing one of those Twitter pitch events, and I saw people having really cool pitches, like centered around an event, like a reality competition or some kind of baking thing. And I was like, that would be really cool to write something that would be centered around something that I enjoy. And then I thought back to when I went to a Comic-Con convention in Philadelphia, and I had such a great time. And I was like, that would be really fun to write something centered around that. So I sat down, started writing. I'm a pantser. And all of a sudden, one of the main features at the Comic-Con convention became a superhero in real life, but no one knows it. So that's how it came apart. Like, I love superheroes. I love all the Marvel movies, and I decided to incorporate that in my book.
And it's a phenomenal book. I really love the way that you put it together. I love the characters. And as I read through your book, I really loved how you really had a surprise. And we don't want to spoil anything, but a surprise ending. I wasn't really expecting the ending to happen like that. So was that hard to come up with a way to really surprise people at the end?
I wasn't even thinking about doing like a plot twist like that. It just kind of happened. And I'm getting a lot of people like commenting that they're like, oh my gosh, I usually can find plot twists. And that one, I just had no idea. So that was really exciting for me. I'm not usually the type of person to write a plot twist. So I'm glad that I can.
Yeah. And so Carmen saying that she loved the ending. It was the perfect ending. I think it really wrapped up like Jake's story. So it really answered a lot of questions that we were wondering all throughout the story about Jake, and we weren't really expecting that kind of a twist. We can't really tell you what the twist is. You got to buy the book to see, but it's really a cool twist in the story. So I really enjoyed that.
Thank you.
So, well, we really want to hear a little bit of this story. So if you guys want to have a taste of the story, I believe Diane has a couple excerpts. So you want to read the first excerpt for us?
Yeah. So here's the cover. Super gorgeous.
Love that cover.
I'm so happy with it.
It's one of my favorites.
So this is right in the beginning, right when the Comic-Con convention happens, and Lei, one of the main characters, she's there with her ex-girlfriend and their friend, and she just needs to get away from them because she just can't see their PDA anymore. So she's going off to the bathroom. I slogged towards the exit of the convention hall, lost in my thoughts, when suddenly, out of nowhere, a wing is aimed right at my eye. I yelp and jump out of the way right at the last minute. A red-headed girl, fully clad in a white Valkyrie costume with the largest wings I've ever encountered, apologized. I really should have canceled this trip, although getting stabbed in the eye would help me not to have to witness Jess and Olive's excessive PDA. The three of us booked this trip 6 months ago to celebrate our high school graduation and our impending pilgrimage to college, but a lot can happen in 6 months. The line to the women's restroom is wrapped around the corner. Guess it isn't only guys that go to these conventions anymore. At least some stereotypes in the world are changing for the better. Is there another bathroom? I ask a muscular bald guy that has security written on the black shirt. He nods towards the elevator, down a level. The elevator is starting to close, and I slip in, quickly pulling my gold cape in behind me. I don't have a particular hero that I wanted to dress up as, so I picked out my own costume. Gold cape, white shirt, gold spandex pants, and black flats with my signature bright and orange purse. Oh, and don't forget the bright gold L across my chest. In all honesty, I kept procrastinating buying a costume until I realized WizCon was only days away. So what I'm wearing right now is all I could find on Amazon Prime. I thought I was being cute with a monogrammed L. Now it seems ridiculous. When Jess saw me this morning before we boarded the plane, she just shook her head. Couldn't even splurge to get a new purse to match, she had asked, raising her eyebrows. I wanted to come back with some kind of witty comment, but my tongue felt thick and heavy, so I took her crap like I always do. A lone figure in the back corner of the elevator, wearing a navy blue Yankees hat, their face cast downwards. I push for level 2 when there's a large bang. The lights flicker and go out. Deathly silence follows, but is broken by a curse word behind me. I whip around, trying to make out the figure's face. Watch that cape. You almost gave me cape burn, the voice grumbles. Sorry, I never knew how annoying wearing a cosplay costume would be, I reply, biting my lip. When the silence continues, I nervously keep up my word vomit. This is the first time coming to one of these things. I should have taken a page out of your book and worn the incognito star look. I would have been more comfortable on the plane flight earlier this morning and gotten less strange looks. Backup lights flicker on. I can barely see the figure lift his head and look at me directly in the eyes. My heart drops. About that incognito look, he says, his dark eyes full of hesitation. No way. No freaking way. He isn't playing the incognito star. He is the star of today's show, the last-minute addition that made the entire WizCon event sell out as soon as his name was announced.
And that's our first real glimpse of the amazing boy.
Yes, Jake.
Yes, he's such a rich character. I really like how you developed him, and he has different sides to his personality. So he's not just a superhero, but he has a real human side.
He wants to be a real movie star. He doesn't want to be a superhero anymore.
No, and beyond that, you really get his humanity too, as who he is apart from all of that, and who he eventually wants to become.
Yes.
So I like that character development that you had throughout there, because at first he really didn't know, besides wanting to be a movie star now, but then he really learned who he really was.
Because he's not allowed to be in touch with his family anymore. And so all he has is his agent. And so he's trying to learn more about himself. Yes, the agent.
Which is another phenomenal character that you developed. There were a lot of characters in this book, and not too many, but just a lot of different unique characters. How did you come up with so many different unique characters to kind of try and be his foil throughout the story, or give him some troubles to overcome?
I think I just watch a lot of superhero movies. So it's always, you have to have some good villains, and you have to make them have reasons for why they are a villain. Mm-hmm. So I just kind of thought about some villains that I liked, or just ones that I created in my head and thought that they could be interesting.
Yeah, they really were interesting, and they each had their own unique issues and reasons, and it was really, really nice to see that play out.
Yeah, one of my favorites is Hallie. So she's a shapeshifter.
But she also, and we can't say, but she also has a big arc in this, where
big role.
She does, and it's a big twist that you never see coming when you first meet her.
Yeah, she's. I think she is my favorite villain character to write.
She was definitely fun. Oh, someone got their email that it shipped today, so I can't wait.
How exciting.
Very exciting. So Carmen has a question. Which character was the hardest for you to write, and why?
Jake.
Mm.
So this is set in a dual perspective from Lay and Jake. Lay's like a fan that's going to the WizCon convention, and Jake is the celebrity. It was hard writing in first person for a guy. I've never done it before. And when I first started writing this, that was not going to happen. It was just going to be Lay. And then all of a sudden, Jake appeared, and I started writing it in first person.
What did you use to really help you overcome that?
I gave it to my husband.
Oh, nice.
And he told me parts. I was like, the guy wouldn't say that. I'm like, thank you.
That's always nice to have that input. That's why beta readers are so important.
They really are. Yeah, beta readers I really rely on.
Yeah, they can really help you to really flesh out a story. So, well, can we see that gorgeous cover again?
Yes.
I love what Diana did with that cover.
Yes, Diana from Triumph Covers. She's
amazing.
fantastic. Up here, on the other side, is William Penn for Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Which I love.
It was such a great concept. And she wasn't sure. It was her first superhero book. So you're her first superhero.
I didn't know that.
I noticed on the cover, though, that Jake's kind of in black.
They both are kind of like that, silhouetted like that.
Is there a reason why you wanted that?
She actually didn't ask for that. She did it like that. I liked how their capes, because Lay's gold one is popping, and so is his red cape. So I kind of like that.
Oh yeah, we have a couple people that say how much they love the cover.
Yeah, it was better than I even ever dreamed of.
It's absolutely gorgeous. So now that you have 2 books out and they are different genres, do you see yourself as an author that's going to kind of stay in one genre, or are you spreading out more?
I don't. So I seem to be in the YA genre, but then all the different types of things. So right now I'm actually writing a murder mystery.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how it happens, but I think it's just because whatever I think of, I decided to start writing, and I get bored writing similar things.
That's really nice, because a lot of writers, when they're first starting out, think they need to stay within one specific area. And the fact that you're able to branch out, that really gives authors someone to look to, that, hey, I can write all of these different stories and still be me.
Yeah, like you can still tell it's me by the writing, you know? Yeah.
Exactly, because I hear all the time when people say, well, no, I need a different pen name because it's a different genre, or it's slightly different here. And I'm like, you really don't. You can be you and write different things and still attract an audience.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Because people are attracted to your specific writing, and within the same YA, you're still within somewhat of a same audience.
Exactly. And I still have, like, people ask what connects it. I was like, it's a cast of queer characters who are all trying to find themselves.
Right. Exactly. So anyone else has any questions that they can pop into the chat? We have 13 people watching us right now. That is great.
That's exciting. Thank you all for being here.
Here. If you are on YouTube and you would like to hit the like button or even subscribe to hear some more of our interviews as we go along this month and next month, we'd love for you to subscribe and to like this video, to help us out with the algorithm to get this video and all of our other videos out there more, so more people can learn about this fabulous book. Now, you have another excerpt. Would you like to read the second excerpt?
Yes. Okay, so this is from Jake's point of view. Look, I'm not trying to be a jerk. I legit can't tell anyone what's going on or who I am, especially not some random girl I just met on an elevator. She could be a plant or working with whoever is creating this mayhem, or even the mega fan that she claims she's not. I'm still trying to wrap my brain around the fact the convention became a ghost town in the blink of an eye. I really do want to be a real actor, but I guess the world just doesn't have that in store for me. I need to keep wearing the superhero suit and save the world once again. A new mission has been formed, and there's no one else around to help. I guess that's just my purpose in life, and I have to live with it. Hey, you! What are you thinking? You zoned out on me again, Lay snapping her fingers in my face. Just assessing the situation and trying to form a reasonable hypothesis, I say, half paying attention to her. Her mouth parts and she runs her hands through her long blonde hair. You sound just like the amazing boy. Is this some kind of joke? What have you done with the Jake I met in the elevator? Oh no. When emergency situations like this occur, it's too hard to play Jake Johnson, especially now that I'm wearing my superhero suit. It's really hard work to act like a stubborn jerk who only cares about himself. The agent knows who I actually am, but everyone else seems the playboy Jake Johnson, the one that dates models and collects fancy cars. I wish the agent didn't make me have that alter ego, but I have always trusted him because I have no one else. I've been trained for situations like this when I'm stuck with a civilian during a mission. I was supposed to keep playing the amazing boy, clear her memory, and continue along like nothing's happened. But this time, everything is different. The agent is nowhere to be found to give me a mission report, and he's usually the one to take care of the memories. I need all the help I can get right now, but I don't know how much this girl can actually support me. She's already tripped over a clearly marked extension cord. That's when we hear it. The kind of boom where your ears continue to ring minutes after it sounds. Even the floor keeps vibrating.
Both of your characters had growth over the book.
Yes, they did.
Which one do you think had the most?
I think, honestly, I think Jake, because he found out some stuff along the way. Leia grew too. She's became more confident with herself, but Jake really found out who he truly was.
I love those, like those coming of age stories.
Yeah, apparently I like writing them too.
You're very good at it. So Carmen says, how do you approach creating those morally gray characters?
Oh, I kind of think about like reasons why someone would be evil or just not. They would have reasons for doing things that are not the best interest in people's hearts, and just kind of getting in their brains and like thinking about, like I said, other villains and what they have been doing.
Christina says, what was your favorite location in the book?
Ooh, yes, there are a lot of Philly cultural locations in this book. One of them is the Curtis Institute of Music, which is I used to work there, so I had to kind of put a little plug in there. But I think my favorite one to write was the Eastern State Penitentiary. That one, Al Capone had a cell there, and it's like super fancy. And so I think it's fun to have that located in the book.
That was a great scene. That's where we meet Hallie.
That is where we meet Hallie. And Gina, who is another side character who's super fun.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I loved her. You have so many different fun characters in this book and so many different locations. You're not just getting a book, you're getting like a guide to history too. There is so much history in this book because as the villains are doing their thing, it's all surrounded around history.
Yeah. And a lot of the stuff that's in here about Philadelphia is all true. Things that start disappearing from different museums or locations, most of that is actually at those places.
And I love that part about it. I love how connected it is because I'm from Philly. So, it kind of like said something to me of home. And I love that you included so much of that and so much of you because that's your home.
Yeah. I said it's like a love letter to myself in Philadelphia.
Definitely, definitely. I could really see the places as you were describing them because like, oh, I know where that is. So it's really, really cool. So if you want to know more about Philadelphia, this is a book to get too, because it really gives you a tourist tour of Philly where you might go. And then you can go to Philly and see it for yourself.
Yes. Oh, one of my other favorite locations is the Mutter Museum.
Oh, yeah.
Medical oddities. It's the first time I went there, I was like, what is this place? It smells so bad.
It was a great addition, and it was great to see all those different places that they went and to hear that not just the places, but the history of what is inside of them and how that relates to the history of Philadelphia and, even of our nation. And it's just really cool to see that.
Thank you.
So what's next? I mean, you said a murder mystery. Do you have anything planned besides that?
I actually had a short story get accepted into an anthology that's coming out in the spring.
Ooh, exciting.
Yes, it's called my story is called The Prom Do-Over,
Okay.
and the anthology is called Prom Perfect.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've started to write more short stories, so I'm thinking about doing submitting to some more anthologies, and
A lot of them out there.
yeah, there really are. And so I'm starting to think about my next book, whether I want to keep doing YA or if I want to do adult at all. So
Oh, does
I
that
know.
interest you? Is that kind of tempting you on the edge there?
Yeah, so my first book I ever wrote was kind of a new adult, and I shelved that. But I did enjoy writing it. So I don't know. I have some ideas for a thriller for an adult, so that could be interesting.
Ooh, very exciting. So we have a lot more to hear from you. So you want to keep in touch with Diane because she has a lot in the works, and you want to hear about all of her future publications. So where can they find you?
Yes, so I have my website, dianebillas.com, and then I am like on all the socials, uh, Twitter and Facebook and TikTok. I'm at Diane Billas, and then on Instagram and Threads, I'm Diane Billas Writes.
Awesome. Great ways to find her as well. And hopefully maybe we can get your links in the comments on YouTube on the video.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So we'll work on getting that done. So my last question for you is, do you have any advice for anyone starting out there today?
Get to know the writing community. The best thing
Mhm.
that I did was sign up for social media. Before I became like more like a writer author, I hated social media. I just didn't want anything to do with it. I was very private. But I went to a writing conference and I met someone. She's like, "You need to sign up for Twitter." That's when Twitter X was more friendly about the writing community, but there's still great people on there.
Yeah,
And that was the best thing I ever did. I've met so many writers and now authors that I connect with, and I don't, it doesn't go a day that I don't talk to another author or writer, and they
that's
are your biggest champions and just help you become a better writer.
definitely. They're very supportive,
They really are.
very supportive. Well, we thank you for joining us today. And remember to go out there. And if you have not gotten, oh, thanks, Matt's going to add the links for us. So thank you,
Oh,
Matt.
thank you.
So if you have not gotten her first book, Does Love Always Win? That is
Wow.
out wherever books are sold. And oh, she has that to show. Isn't that gorgeous as well? Lovely book. And now Superficial is out today. So you can get this book as well. And those are two wonderful reads that you can start reading today. It's an ebook and in paperback wherever books are sold. So thank you, Carmen. She loves both of the books.
Thank you all for being here today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. We're very excited. We will be back in October with Vicki M. Bush and her second book in the Alex McKenna series. So we're excited about that. So right now, go out and buy those books and let us know what you think about them. Give us some reviews and support Diane.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Bye.